Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today's topic is, what are some girls' secrets guys don't know about? Sometimes we stand up, and things just gush out of us. We always think it's our period. When you hold your breasts, when you walk up the stairs, so they don't jiggle, because that's uncomfortable. Periods suck overall, but they are very different depending on the girl. Some women get emotional, some are completely normal, some periods last for 8 days, some last for 3 days, some girls are in extreme pain, some just have mild discomfort, some flows are very heavy, some are very light. Aka, I'm on my period can mean anything from sorry, I'm completely incapacitated, or I'm just feeling a little worse than usual. Sometimes when we pee a stray drop or two starts to roll across our butt cheek. Or maybe that's just me. Under B sweat is a thing. How slowly we have to pull out a dry tampon in order not to rip RV tissue out. After you go to the toilet and you have discharge in your knickers, pulling your knickers back up again is the most horrific feeling. It gets cold very quick whilst you pee. Cold, wet and slimy discharge knickers suck. Imagine that all day long. Might not be a girl exclusive thing, but I personally need a lot more foreplay to actually enjoy S. Most of the time I can't get off from strictly penetration, no matter how badly we both want it. We get so turned on that our clit actually hurts sometimes. If there are any men fashion designers on here, women who like dresses want pockets in the dresses, and I don't mean near my BB, I mean on the actual skirt part. I love my one dress with pockets. Some of us get extremely horny during the period, or little before that. Not the best timing, and not so many men dig it. Sometimes the pubic hair gets stuck under a panty liner. Ouch. When girls are particular about their hair products, it's not us being overly superficial or picky. When your hair is long, the right shampoo / conditioner / drying routine can be the difference between soft waves and a dry ratty mess. The feeling of having fart bubble popping forwards and squeezing your thighs to pop it. Wow, didn't expect this to blow up. Till that guys get this too. Now I have a mental image of DS flapping up like the lid on a kettle. When we say don't stop during S, it means don't stop doing what you are doing, don't go harder, don't go faster, just don't stop doing it exactly as you are right now. It seems that when this is said, the guy speeds up or starts F'ing up the rhythm. Some girls like squeezing their BBS. Someone already mentioned D size, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some more. Longer is not better, we are only about 4 inches deep, so wishing you had a huge 12-inch CK to shove inside of her won't be pleasurable, it'll be very painful. You'll be ramming her in the cervix, and that doesn't tickle. Girth is more desirable, and if you don't have a lot going for you in the pants, plenty can still be done with the tongue and fingers. For a lot of women, penetration isn't the climax. Also, if she's wet, and I mean like fine Niagara Falls, it's basically dripping down her legs, you could probably get a baseball bat in there with that much lubrication. It's possible she won't feel you at first until you F a little out to her, so that is it in. Isn't always BC, you're just small. The liquid barrier is real. Edit, RIP in barks. I've been trying to keep up with everyone, so my apologies if I didn't get to you. I don't want anyone to feel insecure, my point was just that the P videos and shit are crazy inaccurate. Most of you are far too hard on yourselves, and your D is fine the way it is. There's tons of great advice in my line of comments from other men and women, and you shouldn't put so much pressure on what's between your legs. Sometimes if you fart, it doesn't escape through the fabric. Instead it rolls all the way from the back to the front with a noticeable little pop. It's never a good feeling. Edit, apparently this happens to a lot of dudes too. Not gonna lie, I assumed the ballast stop it escaping the front. Our favorite bra hasn't been washed in 2 weeks. Edit, it is winter, so maybe I should have said 6 weeks. Oops. He feeling of pulling a really long hair out of your butt crack. At first it's kinda gross, then this good little shiver feeling on edit. Looks like our hair ends up in our guys' butts too. And you either love it or hate it, so I'm not sure whether to apologize or say you're welcome, you're welcome. We have so many hair related issues, plucking dark random nipple hairs, trying to line up when we shave our areas to when we hook up, to avoid guys from seeing razor burn or ingrown hairs. Before getting out of the shower we have to pick out hair from our butt crack that fell out from washing our hair, pubes growing and sticking out of our undies, pubes getting stuck in pads or liners. Some women have larger labias and sometimes they get stuck in our underwear. It's very painful and extremely uncomfortable. And then we have to either walk funny to try to get them unstuck, or walk very carefully to somewhere where we can just stick a hand down our pants to get things sorted. And don't get me started about getting stuck in lace underwear. If you have S without a condom, we need a good few minutes after to let everything drain out of us. I always tell my boyfriend BRB gotta go ooze, because I love seeing the cringe. Being on your period is the worst. Try being super HY, but not being able to wank, because everything is just one big slimy mess down there. Edit. Okie dokie, wow, this blew up. For all my HY sad frustrated children out there trying listening to Hamilton, Heathers, or Dead. Let the blood works run, baby. I would say this only applies to women who are slightly bigger, but this was an issue for me, even when I was very slim. Thigh rubbage is horrible when you wear a dress or skirt, particular in summer. It was also bad for me if I was wearing stockings and they would ride down a bit below my vag, essentially forcing the top of my thighs to rub together in inglorious harmony. It hurts. My NS can be like two clitorises on my chest. Rubbing them very gently, licking, being kind equals I get super wet and aroused. Usually when I'm asked I stimulate or Enlin at the same time. I don't know why dudes don't try this more when I ask. Most go at my chest like they want to smoosh my BBS like dough or suck or any like they're angry and trying to lengthen it. What I think they don't get is there's so much versatility in the body. I like rough play too, but tender play is a whole other lovely world. Girth vs length. I feel like guys always base each other off their length. I've had 9 in skinny D, wasn't great. I've had a 5 in length, thick D, and it was a ride. Edit. Obviously #NOTALLWOMEN prefer the same thing. Some women want smaller DS. Some women want monster DS. I'm just saying guys have this weird D measuring competition and half the time they get it wrong with only focusing on length. Men with somewhat veiny forearms and pushed up sleeves are a godsend. Edit. I like the sleeves because it's like hiding something for the imagination. Biceps/triceps. Muscular arms are another one of God's gift, or the hard work and dedication that person took in developing them. Effort is another thing that I appreciate from men, which may or may not indirectly be a part of why I like muscles. VL wetness isn't a good way to tell if a girl is turned on or not. This depends on the individual girl, hydration levels, ovulation, and age. A better way to tell is if her clitoris is hard and pulsing out of the hood. I roll my eyes every time a guy puts himself inside me and say, wow, you're so wet. You must be really turned on. No, dude, my back just self-lubricates to clean itself, or I'm ovulating soon. Edit. If anyone is reading this and is concerned about not finding the clit or her clit doesn't seem hard, go to P-Hub and look up how to eat PY by Nina Hartley. She shows step by step how to stimulate the area around a girl's PY and how the clit will look when it's hard. While you'll have to tweak your technique for each individual girl, this video is a great starting point to build a foundation on your clit stimulation knowledge. I suppose guys are warned about unexpected BRS when they get SED, the same how girls are warned that discharge is normal as they are going through puberty. I see a lot of discussion about said BRS. I guess the girl's secret would be just how frequent it was to go to the bathroom and suddenly your underwear was so soaked it was insane. This is talking high school / middle school age, so careful with the replies lol. And it could dry on them and make them crusty. It could get bad enough that the underwear could get holes in them if they go long enough without being washed. Sorry for the grossness. Tween girls can be unsanitary to lol. Edit. I feel like I should add this. BTW, the comment about how people learn about unexpected BRS and discharge. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm convinced it came from reading magazines targeted at teens girls, haha. I think M was one, haha. But they used to mention the discharge all the time, and I'm sure I heard about BRS from that as well. The aftermath of shaving our lady parts is a 2-week long nightmare. After 3 days of smoothness, we are left with the world's itchiest stubble rubbing up against panties, ingrown hairs from the constant pressure of yoga pants and skinny jeans, not to mention the fact that our vajayjay now feels like the face of a scruffy man. Edit. All the dudes saying just keep shaving it then. IDK if you read the other replies, but it actually makes it no less than 100x worse. Guys think girls are really complex, but that's not always the case. I mean, sure, sometimes I have a lot going on in my head. But other times, when we are in the car, and I'm silent, and you think I'm angry about something, I'm just thinking I wish I'd ordered the tacos at dinner instead of the chicken. Or did I remember to switch the laundry over? Damn. It's quite common, like a quarter of women over 18 to pee when they don't want to. Especially when sneezing, physical activity, laughing. Sneeze and squeeze. It's more common in women who have had kids and when you're overweight. Edit. Thank you for the gold. It really is so common. We shouldn't feel like this needs to be secret or to have the stigma that can be associated with it. Sometimes when we don't want to have S with you, it has nothing to do with you. We aren't feeling SY. We are feeling gross from menstruation or menopause. We have something troubling us. Maybe a yeast infection. Maybe I haven't shaved, or I fear my back ain't that fresh. And sometimes, I really do have a headache. Don't worry about it. If we have sat on that peen a few times and we always text / call you back, you're golden. I was just reading the guy version of this, and apparently it's that women do most of the non-body related stuff in that thread, too. Like laughing because you got a weird mental image of a T-Rex in a fighter jet out of nowhere, and then feeling awkward about explaining it. Staring off into space while contemplating weird shit and sometimes accidentally looking like you're staring at someone as a result. Not being able to automatically guess why your partner is angry or not immediately picking up on subtle hints. Fantasizing about saving yourself / others and being the hero. That's not guy stuff, that's human stuff. I do that stuff all the time, and so does every woman I've talked to about it and or dated / lived with. We know you do that shit, because we do it too. Sometimes I even voice my hero fantasies out loud in the shower, if I'm home alone.